Breathe in through the nose and out through the mouth. Spread the knees out nice and wide. Wiggle the hips down towards the heels. Maybe rock the head from side to side. One last deep breath in here. Exhale with a sigh. Stretch the fingers out wide. Walk them in front of you. Come up onto the fingertips. Lift the elbows. And begin to wiggle the torso in between the knees, just creating some space. Walk the hands forward as much as you can with your next inhale. Pause at the top of the breath. Exhale, release the hands to the earth, open the mouth. 2 more times, just like that. Up on the fingertips, elbows raised. Stretch and reach, breathe in as much as you can. Pause at the top of the breath. Open the mouth, sigh, and release. Last one. Inhale up into tabletop position. Wrists under shoulders, knees under hips. Press all 10 toes flat into the earth. Inhale, look up, belly falls. Exhale, round the back, chin to chest, pelvic floor rises. 2 more times, just like that. Long, slow, deep breath in for the count of 4. Out for the count of 4. Beginning to really settle into your body. Feel the bones and the muscles. Exhale completely. Come back to a neutral spine as you inhale. Tuck the toes. Exhale into downward facing dog. And cycle the knees as much as feels good, before eventually finding the fingers spread really wide. The feet hips width distance. Begin to relax the jaw and the gaze. Come up onto tiptoes, bend the knees. Exhale, heels down, legs straighten any amount. One more time. Knees bend, belly towards the thighs. Exhale, straighten. Come forward into a high plank as you breathe in. Knees if you want. Exhale, downward facing dog. Beginning to increase the length of the exhalation now. Coming forward for the count of 4. And back into downward facing dog for the count of 5. One more time like that. Inhale, come forward. Exhale, knees down, belly down. Relax. Arms alongside the body. Maybe the hands are alongside you, or maybe they're a pillow. Just really kind of find what feels good to you and lets you relax. Feel the heart beating. It's really almost counterintuitive when we are spending so much time not doing the moving around that we're used to doing to slow down. But that's actually what we need the most. It's not slowing down in terms of not going places, it's slowing down the breath. and slowing down the thoughts. And so let the breath deepen now. Expand the entirety of your being. Exhale a little bit longer each time. Tune into your senses. Pay attention to your mind. And begin to come into a place of connection with the God of your own understanding. On your next inhale, bring the hands to the rib cage. Keep that sort of rooted, heavy feel of gravity, but use your breath to invite a sense of lightness at the same time. Forehead centered to the earth. Inhale, heart rises. Keep the elbows bent. Exhale for the count of 4. In for the count of 4. 3, 2, 1. Out. 4, 3, 2, 1. 2 more. In for the count of 4, 3, 2, 1. This time, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Last one. In for the count of 4. Out for the count of 6. Come up for the count of 4. Keep the elbows bent. Press the toes into the earth. Strengthen the legs so the kneecaps lift. Soften the gaze. Lengthen the back of the neck. Inhale. As you exhale, tuck the toes. Downward facing dog. Bend the right knee. Full breath in. Exhale, switch. Left knee bends. All the way in. Switch. Right knee bends. Last time. Come to center. Look towards the top of the mat with the inhale. Find your way there with the exhale. Feet or hips width distance. Bend the knees as much as you need to. Relax the head. You can hold on to the toes. Have the hands behind. Hold on to the elbows. It doesn't really matter. What I want you to do is find the place where you can be still. Shift the weight forward so you feel the low back releasing. Shake the shoulders. And shrugging them. Yes and no with the head. If the hands are not on the earth, bring them there now. Flat back, full breath in. Exhale, belly to spine, hands to hips, rise to standing. Arms alongside the body. Shift the weight back and forth, lift the toes, side to side. With the eyes closed, if they're not already there, soften the gaze so much that you're not focusing on anything. Feel the pull of gravity and let yourself sink down into the earth. Inhale deeply. Feel the energy rising as you exhale. Hands up if it feels good. 2 more breaths. Again, you can stay straight, arms down, or reach the arms up with your inhale. What I want you to really be feeling is a lengthening and a slowing down. Last one. Exhale. Hands come to heart center or heart and belly. Take this moment to set an intention for your practice. And I'll offer for us a joint intention that we use this time in this space to learn how to love ourselves more. And to notice those places of resistance that we feel relate to barriers within ourselves. Where we find expansion in the stillness. And rather than seeking to be somewhere we're not, where we can find ourselves embracing where we actually are. Take a full breath in. All the way out. Hands to the sky, inhale. Go back if it feels good. Fold forward, flat back, exhale. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, high plank. Knees if you want them. Stay there for one full cycle of breath. Strong legs. Lower belly in. Gaze is soft. Full inhale. Shift the weight forward. Lower yourself halfway or all the way down. Tops of the feet are flat. Heart rises. Upward facing dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing. In through the nose. For the count of 4. Out through the mouth. 4 or 6. Feel free to rise and undulate, sort of come up on the toes with the inhale. Exhale, lower. Last one. Nose or mouth. Look towards the top of the mountain with the inhale. Find your way there with the exhale. Flat back, full breath in. Fold forward, breathe out. Inhale, rise. Exhale, hands at heart center or heart and belly. Giving yourself a moment to reconnect. I invite you in this moment to think of 1 or 2 or 3 things that you really, really appreciate about yourself. The kind of things that maybe a lover or a friend would say, man, that's really great. Feel it. And feel any resistance that you might have to it. Breathe into that. Stay noticing, stay aware, stay in observation, hands up, inhale. Fold forward, exhale. Look and lengthen, inhale. High to low plank or jump back, exhale. Heart reaches up, inhale. Downward facing dog, exhale. In through the nose. Stay with those long, slow, deep breaths. Out through the mouth. In through the nose. Out through the mouth. Last one. Nose or mouth. Look forward, lengthen, inhale, find your way there, stepping, floating, hopping, whatever. Exhale. Flat back in, breath. Fold forward, exhale completely. Rise all the way up, breathe in. Go back in your mouth. Exhale, hands to heart center. Again, what do you love about you? What do you appreciate about you? What are you willing to embrace and honor about you? Feel the sensations, hear the words, stay with it. Last one like that. Hands up, breathe in. Fold forward, breathe out. Flat back, breathe in. Step, float, jump back. High to low plank. Lift the heart, breathe in. Down dog, breathe out. In through the nose. Out, nose or mouth. 2 more, full deep in. All the way out. Last time. Look towards the top of the mat, inhale. Knees bend, step, float, hop, top of the mat. Fold with the breath out. Inhale deeply. Exhale completely. Bend the knees. Hands to the sky, breathe in. Exhale, bend elbows. So you inhale, take the hands up. Exhale, bend the elbows. One more, inhale. Exhale, out, 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 out. Rise all the way up, breathe in. Go back if it feels good. Exhale. Hands to heart center or heart and belly. The invitation in this moment is to bring yourself to a space of awareness of 1, 2, 3 ways in which you are less kind to yourself. The things that you say, some version of, I would be better or more worthy or more acceptable if X, Y, or Z was true. Not so that you can beat yourself up about it, but for the purposes of awareness. Notice what that feels like. Notice the tone of your voice. Stay with those sensations. And as we move through, pay close attention to your breath. It's the most important part. Smooth, even, conscious. Hands up. Fold forward, breathe out, 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 out. Flat back, inhale. Exhale, fold, 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 fold. Knees bend, hands to the sky. Exhale, keep the knees bent. Hands reach down towards the earth. Breathe in for the count of 4, 3, 2, 1. Out for 5. Lift the torso, in for 4. Out for 6. In for 4. Out for 7. Even out the energy in the legs. In for 4. Out for 8. In for 4. Rise to standing. Interlace the hands. Look up. Go back in your mouth. Exhale, fold forward. Flatten the back, inhale. We're back to one-to-one breath. Exhale, fold. Release the hands to the earth. Inhale, flat back. Step the left leg to the back of the mat. Leave the right leg where it is. Exhale, straighten the right leg. Bow the forehead down. Inhale, come forward. Heart reaches forward. Reach to the back heel. Exhale, straighten the front leg. One more time. Exhale, straighten. Bend the right knee. Strengthen the back leg. You might want to dip down. What I'm asking you to do is lift it up. Take the hands up. Interlace the fingers. Roll palms up. As you exhale, let the torso move to the right side. Inhale, come up through center. Exhale, left side. Inhale through center. Exhale, hands to the earth. Drop down onto the left knee. You can keep the back toes tucked, or you can have them flat. Hand to the knee. Inhale, hands up. Thumbs into hands, palms. Squeeze, bend elbows. In through the nose for the count of 4. Out for the count of 4. Drag the back knee forward, the front heel back. Breathe into the low belly. Last one. Hands to the earth. Pick up the back knee. Step back into down dog or take a whole vinyasa if you want that. Breathe in through the nose and out through the mouth. Look towards the top of the mat. Step the left foot forward. Stand the ball of the right foot. Reach the heart forward, inhale. Exhale, straighten left knee. 2 more. Four counts each. Left knee bends. Strengthen the base. If you're dropping down into it, pick the hips up by drawing the legs towards one another. Kneecap lifts on that right leg. Inhale, hands up. Interlace fingers the other way, the way that feels weird. Roll the palms up. Full breath in. Exhale, take it to the left. Inhale to center. Exhale, take it to the right. Inhale, up through center. Exhale, hands to the earth. Right knee down. Draw that right knee towards the left heel. Hand to the knee, stabilize yourself. Again, back toe can be tucked or down. Hands up. Thumbs inside. Squeeze. Bend elbows. 3 cycles of breath. Balance. In through the nose. Lower belly draws in. Last one. Hands to the earth. Tuck the right toes if they haven't already gotten there. And then either step back to downward facing dog or take a vinyasa. Breathe in through the nose. Out, nose or mouth. You can wiggle the head, wiggle the hips. Just notice how you're feeling. Walk your feet forward just a couple of steps so that your stance is shorter. Take your right hand, reach it up in front of you. Reach to the fingertips. And then as you exhale, take your right hand towards your left lower leg or ankle. Heels root down. Extend through the shoulder. Look underneath the left armpit. 1-to-1 breath. Maybe it's getting longer. Last cycle. Unwind. Left hand reaches up. Extend, extend. As you exhale, hold on to the right ankle or low leg. Look under the right armpit. Extend to the shoulder. Soften the gaze. Soften the jaw. Just be with yourself. Last one. Unwind. Walk feet forward just a little bit more. And then hands to the feet. So you are in the middle of your mat. Hold on to your big toes with your peace fingers. Lengthen the spine. If that's too much of a stretch for you right now, bring your hands to your shins or even to your thighs. The main thing is that your low back is able to be straight and you're lengthening through the low back. Broaden the collarbones just a little bit. Full breath in, out for 4 or maybe 5 or maybe 6. Arms are straight, finding a balance. Feel the feet beneath you, the legs strong and solid. Soften the gaze. Last one. Perfect. Fold forward. Let the elbows come out towards the sides. If that means you're holding onto your feet or your legs, great. If you're in a higher stance, that's great too. Find the edge of your sensation. And if you've moved into a different inquiry or you're just feeling your body and your breath, that's perfect and beautiful. But if you want to follow the course of inquiry around love and compassion for yourself, about sort of embracing this opportunity to notice the ways in which we try to distract from the made-up stories we have about our unworthiness. I invite you to come back to that. 2 more breaths here. Last one. Perfect. Walk hands forward. Step feet back into downward facing dog. Take the right leg up. Reach it as high as you can. Bend the knee. Roll the hip open. We're not doing this quickly. And you go as far as feels good. Breath is at least 1-to-1. Maybe it's 1-to-2 or 1-to-1.5. The exhale longer. Last breath. Inhale, right leg up, hip even, float the foot down. Left leg up, breathe in. Bend the knee, roll the hip open. And so a lot of us have this idea of who we're going to be one day when we grow up, or we do that thing, when we let go of that thing, or learn that thing. One more breath. Inhale, left leg up. Square the hip. float them down. Come down onto the knees. Ooh, both of my knees cracked. And then child's pose. And just give yourself a breath to notice how the body is feeling. So I want you to think about who you are without all of the extra things, right? The most essential parts of you. But often to do that, it's easiest to start with what's been added. So for these next few sort of shapes and breaths, the invitation is that you allow yourself to begin to paint an energetic awareness of the story, right? That you've told about who you are or who you aren't, where you're going, where you've been. And just observe. Go ahead and come up into a tabletop position. Tuck the toes. Exhale, downward facing dog. Pick the right foot up. And bend the knee, nice and slow, sort of languid energy of movement. Inhale, reach it up. Exhale, bring it forward. Stay on the ball of the back foot. Inhale for the count of 4, 3, 2, 1. Breathe out for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Straighten the right knee. Parallel the feet. Fold forward. Flat back. Breathe in. Exhale. Breathe out. Out, 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 out. A little bit more out. Flat back. Inhale. Left toes towards the back of the mat. On the ball of the back foot. Inhale, rise all the way up. And out, 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 out. Step the leg back. Take a vinyasa or just go right to down dog. Listen to you. Inhale deeply. Exhale all the way. Left leg up, breathe in. Same sort of flowy, languid movement. Inhale, reach it up. Exhale, take it forward. Inhale, hands up. Exhale, twist. So you can either open the arms out wide like so. You can bring elbow to knee. Take your choice. Keep the breath smooth. Exhale long. If your elbow is over knee and you want to take the hand to the earth, go ahead and do that. You can look down or you can look up. Reach to the back heel. Soften the gaze. We have 3 more breaths. If you're somebody who wants to take an arm balance, now is a great time to do that. If that's you, you'll plant your hand firmly on the earth. Bring the other hand down. Shift weight. Lift up the left leg and then the right leg behind. If the legs are up, go ahead and put them down. Inhale. Come out of the pose, open the arms up really big. Go back in and out. As you exhale, straighten the legs. Interlace hands behind the back. Reach heart up, inhale. Fold forward. Exhale. Flat back, inhale. Hands to the earth. Right toes towards the front of the mat. Stay on the ball of back foot. Hands reach out and bend. As you exhale, this time you're twisting. So again, you can have the arms open wide. You can take it down, make a halfway sort of shape like that. You can bring the elbow outside the knee and palms towards one another. Look up or look down. The most important thing, as always, is your breath. Slow and smooth. We have about 3 more breaths. If you want that arm balance, left hand comes to the earth outside of the right foot. Right hand, shoulders hip distance on the earth. Shift weight, bend elbows, look forward, lift the back leg up. If the legs are up, take them down. Come back out. And then inhale. Rise up. Go back in your mouth. Hands to the earth. Step back or take a vinyasa. This is one of the last vinyasas, so do what you need to do. Last breath here. Look towards the top of the mat with the inhale. Find your way there with the exhale. Rise tall. Inhale. Hands to the earth, or to the heart. Inhale, right knee up. Exhale, reach out in front of you. You can take the hands wherever helps you feel stable. Inhale the right knee. Exhale, reach it forward. Last time. This time, exhale, kick the right leg behind you. Hands can stay at the heart. They can open up wide or they can come behind you. You can stay right there, or you can take the hands to the earth. If your hands are on the earth, you can stay right there. You can reach it higher into a standing split, or you can take a internal twist. So the right hand will stay on the earth and the left hand will come up. One more breath. Right foot meets left on the earth. Fold forward. Inhale, rise. Hands to the heart. Left knee rises, inhale. Extend it forward, exhale. Bend it, inhale. Reach forward, exhale. Hands together. Last time. Bend it, inhale. Kick behind you, exhale. Hands can be alongside the body, at heart, or the earth. And you can take a standing split, or you can leave the left hand on the earth and reach the right hand towards the sky. Take one more full deep breath. As you exhale, both feet on the earth, fold. Make space between the feet, bend the knees. Malasana. Hands come to the heart. Maybe take the chin towards the chest. And one more full deep inhale. Exhale completely. And I love you. Take your butt down to the ground. Knees bent. Spine tall. Lengthen the torso. Lift the feet. Arms open. Look up a little bit, a little slight lift, right? You can be down here, that's totally fine. You can be here. It's not better, by the way. We'll take 2 more breaths. Last one. Lower down slowly. Reach the arms overhead. Stretch, 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 stretch. Bring the knees towards the sky, feet on the earth. Take the hands, press them into the thighs where they meet the pelvis. Lengthen the low back. Relax the breath. Let the eyes gently close. I want you to begin to notice the threads that connect all the experiences of your life. Notice the essential you that's guiding all of that. Maybe when you were little, you wanted to be, I don't know, an astronaut, or a firefighter, or a painter. Maybe you are that today. Or maybe you do something else that seems very far removed, but I'd be willing to bet that it's not. Because who you are is who you are. Yes, there are things that change. We grow, we learn. But the essential elements of your Dharma remains the same. So begin to notice that. What do you value? As you inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, reach the feet up towards the sky, arms overhead. Inhale, bend knees, hands to the earth. Exhale, feet up towards the sky. Inhale, bend the knees. Exhale, stretching towards the sky for 5 this time. The same sort of lengthening of the exhale. Bend the knees. Deep breath in for the count of 4. Stretch towards the sky and overhead. Count of 6. Bend the knees. Stretch and reach. 7. One more time. This time for the count of 8. Bring the hands alongside, leave the legs where they are. Take a deep breath in, and as you exhale, lower the right leg. Just to a hover. Inhale for 4. Exhale. We might still be at 8. If you're somewhere else, that's okay. In for the count of 4. Right leg down for anywhere between 4 and 8. In for the count of 4. Left leg down. Take your time. One more time on each side, just like that. So when we modulate the breath in this way, we give the nervous system explicit instructions to understand that we are okay. Place the feet on the earth. Bring your yourself to a space of gratitude, whatever that may be, right? It's so, so important. To find our center, to reconnect to what is essential. This enables us to be balanced, or more balanced at least. It allows us to find what sometimes, I don't know, people refer to as like a true north, which I find a little bit aggravating because it sounds real BS-y, new agey. But the thought matters. Plant the feet on the earth. Lift the hips up with the inhale, arms overhead, lengthen the back of the neck. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, lower down. You can keep doing this, reaching up and lowering the hips down. Or you can take bridge, which will entail you staying up and bringing the hands alongside the body, rolling onto the shoulder heads. Stay there if that feels good. Slip a block underneath your low back if that feels good. Be in this moment. Cease resisting who you are, where you are. You can stay right there. If you feel like a full wheel is calling to you, then your hips will come down. Arms alongside the head. With an inhalation, hips rise. Push the earth away. Breathe. And take one more full cycle of breath here. Slowly lower yourself down. Hug your knees in towards your chest. Rock from side to side. Come onto your right side. Help yourself up to a seated position. Cross your legs. Or sit on your feet, whatever feels good to you. And just give yourself a moment of transition. Let your spine be tall. I want you to consider for just a moment that force that drives you to want to fix things, take things apart, make art, understand, point out discrepancies, fight for injustice, whatever it is that is the common thread or two or three of your life and your understanding of what it is to exist is important. And it's necessary. And the only one that can do that the way you can is you. Lengthen the spine. And your work, all of our work, is to unlearn the barriers that we've learned so far. It's to notice where we've decided that we can't or shouldn't. And do whatever we can to remove it. Take a deep breath in. Open the mouth. Come down onto your knees if you're not already there. Spread your knees as wide as feels comfortable. Turn your toes out. Now, if your hips are bothering you or your knees are hurting you, then what I want you to do instead is to just take a wide knee stance, right? You can have the feet together. Listen to your body and find the edge of what's possible. So either the feet are together or the feet are out wide. The idea is that the hips are moving towards the heels and you lower yourself down towards the earth. And you breathe. If you have a pillow handy or a bolster, you can place it under your belly. Open the hands wide. Soften the breath. And take 3 more breaths. Long, slow, and deep. Come onto your belly. Wiggle your hips from side to side. Take these next few breaths to move however feels good and right to you. And then bring the hands to the earth. Take one final stretch. Neutralize that. Bring yourself onto your back. Hug knees into the chest. Fall to the right side with the exhale. Breathe a couple times. Just unwinding. And then come to center. Hug knees in towards the chest. Let them fall in the opposite direction. Eyes closed. Soft and gentle. Come back to center. Give yourself a final hug if that feels good and right. We're stretching the legs out. Wiggle and move so that the spine is long. Bring the shoulder blades down the spine. Open the arms out wide. Spread the fingers out wide. Spread the toes out wide with the exhale. Breathe in through the mouth. Make a fist. Curl the toes. Maybe clench the jaw. Squeeze the eyes shut. Pause at the top of the breath. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Breathe out through the mouth. Soften and release. Breathe in through the mouth, tighten, tighten, squeeze, squeeze, pause at the top of the breath, pause until you can't pause anymore. And then breathe out through the nose. Breathe in through the nose, tighten, 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 pause until you can't pause anymore on the top of that breath. Breathe out through the nose, soften and release. Last time, full deep breath in, squeeze, tighten. Breathe out through the mouth. Shavasana. Allow the body to be heavy and still. Feel yourself inside and out. Offer yourself love and acceptance. And compassion.
Take a gentle breath in. Let the eyes stay closed. Begin to wiggle the fingers and the toes. Let the head fall from side to side. Deepen the breath a little more still. Reach, stretch. Find your way onto the right side of your body, resting for a moment of transition, embracing fully a sort of conscious rebirth from Shavasana to fetal pose. Take the opportunity to renew your intention or set a new one, which you'll carry with you. Rise to a seated position, spine tall. Eyes are still closed. Reach hands towards the sky. Exhale, hands to heart center. Allow the left hand to rest. Bring the left fingertip bring the peace fingers to the third eye. Block the left nostril, breathe in through the right. Balanced breath. Block both nostrils as you pause. Breathe out through the left. In through the left. Switch as you pause. Out through the right. In through the right. Switch. Out through the left. In through the left. Switch. Out through the right. Release, hands down. Breathe in deeply. Hands to a space of connection. May we be invited and accept the invitation to come home to ourselves and understand that in doing so, the process of learning how to love ourselves and accept ourselves and to honor our most essential nature will allow us to not only be free in our experience of the world, but to support those we care about and we love, and to serve as a beacon of light and hope that our freedom will remind others that it's possible for them too, and that we'll be more able to love, to offer compassion, forgiveness, that hope will be more accessible, and that calm will be a breath away. The love and the light and the truth within me recognizes, honors, and bows with deep, deep gratitude and humility to the same within you. We are one. Namaste.